at Vancouver International Airport. The time is, what is the time? It's about 12 after 9 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, the 8th of May, 2025. I hope everybody is doing super well today.
My neighbors couldn't believe how great my new windows looked.
So, I can see everybody, some of our regulars are in the chat. Decided to come here today instead of to the south to the float plane base because they're doing takeoffs, which is quite rare from this direction. And I wanted to be here for this. So look at this. We've got Cargo Jet 757 about ready to take off with a WestJet sneaking in. Hello, One Av Geek Girl, Andrew, Gerard, Becky. Good to see you guys here. YXX, Jay Demara, good to see you. The regulars. Let me just, the tripod seems to be just a tad off kilter here. Let me see if I can straighten it just a bit. Something like that. Oh, isn't that looking good? That is looking good. This will be our first departure of the show. Oh, actually, it's WestJet. It's WestJet. It is WestJet. Rolling Thunder. 757 will be our number 2 departure for the show. Let's see if I can get used to this takeoff position. Oh, it's really nice. This is a nice position for us. Definitely. Liking it a lot. Yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah, I wanted to be here for this. Usually we're on 2-6, but for the north side departures on 08, it's something special. So float base will always be there, but this, I don't know. This is something very, very nice. Cargo Jet 757 north side departure. This is the YVR live show. My name is Henry Tenby. Always nice to see 757 action. There we go. There we go. Nice. She's chewing up that runway. Airspeed is definitely alive. We've got the beautiful Vancouver Island backdrop happening there for us across the water. Cargo Jet's at speed. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Stunning stuff. Early rotation. Wow. That is first class. First class spotting here this morning. Wow. 20 out of 10 on the departure. 757 action at its best. Fabulous. And it's back to another heavy, actually. Heavy city here this morning at YVR. We've got an Air Canada heading to Montreal. It's a 304 to 777. It's a 777 right there. Turning on to the active. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Again, somebody needs to get out there with the shears and cut down the foliage. This will be nice. This will be nice. Good action, guys. Andrew Baird, thank you for gifting 123 JetFlix memberships. Appreciate that. Congratulations to Michael Walker, JD, and Sean Fielder. Thank you so much for that support. Andrew, very much appreciated, Andrew. Airspeed's alive. Emerging from the cloud. Long rotation there, long rotation. beautiful. Oh. This is something to write home about. Very rare on our show to get north side 08 departures. This is, as I say, I've only seen this a few times, really, ever in my life. So how long it lasts, whether it's 20 minutes, 1 hour, the whole show, the Almighty knows. But other than him, nobody else or her, this is something special. Wow. Really, really special here seeing this. So what have we got at the gates? CRJ. And our Zip Air Tokyo service sitting at the gate nicely. So again, thank you very much, Andrew. Thank you very much for that support. Andrew Baird kicked it off with three donations of JetFlix gift memberships to give access to our premium content here on our YouTube channel. And once again, I want to thank Andrew for that very generous and kind support. And I'd like to congratulate Michael Walker, JD, and Sean Fielder for picking up, being lucky in picking up those very generous donations. So that's awesome. Very, very nice. Hello, John Bowden and Rui Planespotter. YXX gives the heads up. We're going to get a Conservative Party A319 departure at 10 a.m. I've never actually seen the machine, so I'll be happy to be able to put eyeballs on that airplane. I've never actually seen that airplane in the metal or in the composite. So it's something I'm looking forward to. Thanks for pointing that out. And what have we got here? A few airplanes here taxiing, making their way to the departure. Hello, Silky Sam. Nice to see you here, Silky. Hope all is well. Hope your weather's doing well on that side of the pond. And good to see you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us a bit. Lee, nice to see you. Lee Davies and Gerard joining us from Dublin, Ireland. Speaking of Dublin, I'm wondering, I think Air Canada might again start their Vancouver-Dublin service for the summer months. So there we have a Saab 340 taxiing out, and I saw Dash 8. Yes, Central Mountain. It's just taxiing behind the fire hall there, but we're going to have that taxiing out here shortly for takeoff. There, as you can see, we're doing the landings Southside Johnny for our landings today. And there's a pretty good wind. We got a pretty good outflow wind from the valley. So I'm hoping that our 08 runway situation will hold for our show, for our full show. That would be a very big treat for us. As I say, I'm really happy because this is such a rare situation where we get the departures on the north side, basically right in front of us. The airplanes are at speed. They're very close to V1, right where we're standing. So we're getting the rotations right here. We're center, right in the center for all these great departures. So great stuff. Hello, Craig Smith, joining us from London. Nice to see you here. Hope all is well in London this afternoon. Let's move our camera around to the button, or the business end of the runway. We've got our Dash 8 of Central Mountain making its way very, very without wasting any time.
Vancouver ground runway 08 left altimeter 3033 and taxi over to Charlie Alpha.
See the water in the background, the mountains, Vancouver Island, looking very, very nice. CMA, this is a charter aircraft. You can't buy a ticket on it. It might be a fishing charter to a fishing lodge. I'm guessing it's probably a fishing charter, but it could be a natural resources based charter as well. So anyhow, the Dash is rolling. This isn't a Q400. This is a old school Dash 8 built by the de Havilland Company of Downsview, Ontario. One of Canada's great iconic aviation manufacturers from yesteryear. Nice rotation for us. Climbing out with purpose. Decent. Very decent. Bit of wing rock. And there she goes, out into the wild blue yonder. Bring our camera back down to terra firma. What have we got taxiing out here? From the U.S. side, we've got a Delta Embraer, probably heading to Seattle. We'll have to check the flight radar and get the info on that. But it's a good guess. It's heading to. Well, it is. It's going to Seattle. 136 is the flight number. This aircraft. Just a 30-minute flight down the I-5 into this greater Seattle area. SeaTac, Seattle Tacoma International Airport. Okay, let's go get our Saab 340. It's on the button. We're about ready to get airborne. There they are. Lots of clouds rolling around, I must say. Nice stuff. Oh, we've got wind happening, so the camera's being thrown around because I've got my umbrella. We've got a bit of Mary Poppins happening here. There, the Saab is underway. You can see we've got a little bit of snow still left at altitude on the mountains there on Vancouver Island. A little bit at the tops of the peaks. Gear up. Okay, back down to the business end of the field. We've got an Air Canada Maximilian. We've got an Air Canada Max. Where's our Max go? Oh no, actually there's a Q400. The Max is heading to Houston, but we got a some little propeller plane. Is it a Q? Oh no, it's a Beech 1900. It's a Pacific Coastal Beech 1900. Too bad it's not a Convair 580. Hello, Venkman. Nice to see you, Venkman. Welcome to the show. And, of course, a special thanks to our moderators in the house. You guys are awesome. There you can see the snow at the top of the mountain peaks there on Vancouver Island. Let's rock and roll. We are waiting for our beach to get going. Okay. We're waiting patiently.
300 Hotel, Mike 10, line up weight, runway 08 left, short plane position for slower traffic off ahead. Line point 08 left, aircraft 1300.
Okay, it's moving.
Air Canada 598 879.
This should be pretty short takeoff roll.
Pushback your discretion.
Air Canada Max is taxiing into position and holding. And there goes the beach. Gentle climb out. Non-asymmetrical gear retraction. Uncoordinated gear retraction there. Okay, here's our Max taxiing into position. Heading to International Airport of Houston, flight 1300. This should be nice. We'll get some more heavies for you guys as well. Hello, Jeff and Mass. Welcome to the show. Paresh, good to see you, Paresh. Always nice to see Paresh. The YVR airport is kind of happening right now, just because we've got an unusual takeoff situation here. with runway 08 in effect on the north side. So it is nice. We're waiting for our Max to commence proceedings. We've got some wind throwing our camera around a bit. Just, it is what it is. Again, if we didn't have the wind, they'd be on runway 26 and we wouldn't have these nice takeoffs. So we take the rolls with the punches. There's a bird there. And let's go. Let's rock and roll. You can see they've got a construction shed there in the lower right-hand frame of the view there. So that's they're doing construction, and that's the reason for this unique runway situation that we have for the next few months. There we go. Our Max is rolling. Max is rolling. We got a CRJ. No, that's the Embraer to Seattle there in the background. That's style. That's some serious style there, isn't that nice? Get to see the tops of the wing surfaces on the climb.
I'm going to change it again. Activate golf to the apron, traffic to Cuba, and they'll be exiting the apron at Lima.
I like that. I guess they've got about a 4-hour flight ahead of them. Let's get our Seattle departure now. Our Delta Airlines connector service down to SeaTac right there. Wait for action. Hello, Lee Davies. And C7 Imson Meetstar. Yes, nicely done, Air Canada. Nicely done, AC and the crew. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's boogie. And there they go. The flight to Seattle has started. Within half an hour, they'll be deplaning at the gate at SeaTac. Very civilized way to get from Vancouver down to Seattle, if I dare say so. Oh, we got another Dash 8 charter machine taxiing into position there at the bottom of the runway. Gear up. Nice. Beautiful. Climbing like a homesick angel. Okay. Dash 8 time. Again, from Downsview, Ontario. We have a Canadian-built Dash 8. Not a Q400. This is a real deal Dash 8. Vintage classic prop liner. Built right here in Canada. With Canadian engines. Designed in Canada. So we Canadians are more than capable of building quality airplanes. And hopefully we'll do it again. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Our Dash is rolling. Nice stuff. See how heavy the... Oh yeah, they're pretty light. Not much of a takeoff roll there.
Tango, Mike, full short, Victor, yellow 65 passenger.
Okay, nice. Nice stuff. Okay, back to our button of the runway, and now we've got a Q400. Now we got a Q400 WestJet Q400, also built in Canada. It's a Q400. These have very powerful engines. They usually leap up into the air with quite a short run on the runway. Okay, showtime. As soon as the spoilers on the tops of the wings sit down, you know that the airplane is going to max takeoff power. You can see the two spoilers on the sides of each wing there. It's just how there's a detent, I guess, on the throttle that pulls that down when they advance the throttle to max power. So let's see. You'll notice it right away. They're not going yet. Nope. We're waiting. We're biting our nails. We're waiting with bated breath. And 3, 2, 1. Nope.
3283 tower.
3283. Okay. I said 321 and the guy on the radio said 3283. Okay, let's go.
3202 tower, Mike 10, line up runway 0 left.
There we go. They sat down and those engines changed, the props changed pitch, as you could see very clearly on the feed there. Oh, we've got a flying pencil. We've got a flying pencil. Gear tucks up elegantly into the engine nacelle. Okay. Beauty. Okay. What have we got? We got another Q400 ready to roll, and we have a flying pencil. There's our resident flying pencil. And here's our Q400. Sorry I haven't been able to glance down. Let's have a quick glance down at the chat to see how you guys are doing. Hello, Glenn's Aviation Love. Welcome to the show. And Philip Ansett. Welcome to the show. It's cool though. It's only about 11 degrees, so I've got my layers on. It's not a warm morning, but it is a nice morning. I've got about 3 or 4 layers on. There we go. The spoilers on the top of the wing sat down nicely, and the engines are at max power for takeoff. And there's the flying pencil in the background, taxiing into position. Well, I did the best I could. Kind of flubbed it, but whatever, it's okay. No worries. Well, where did our flying pen... There's the flying pencil. I always like vintage airliners, and a flying pencil is one of them. It's a classic commuter from the 1970s. They remained in airline service through the early 90s, flying passenger routes, but they've pretty much become just a cargo machine. In the year 2025, built by Swearingen Fairchild. That is a tongue twister. Swearingen Fairchild. Can you say that 10 times quickly? Yeah. Metroliner. That's what it really is. That's the name of the airplane, the Metroliner. Probably Metroliner 3. It's an evolution of the Merlin, which was a much shorter version of the airplane. Yeah, the Merlin. Flying Pencil is rolling. Leaps into the air with purpose. I love the gear attraction. Okay, that's the best I can do. Let's head back down to the runway. Max, taxiing into position. Our Max is going to Santa Ana Airport, John Wayne Airport, Orange County Airport, however you want to call it. It goes by all those names. SNA, Santa Ana, John Wayne, Orange County. That's where it's going. Disneyland. It is going to Disneyland. Hello, Paresh. Paresh says lots of these in Australia. Okay, no. Air BC had Jetstreams, and they got them in about 87, 88, and they lasted into the 90s. They didn't actually have Flying Pencils. But yeah, I can imagine that they certainly are a popular airplane down under. Too bad that Australia didn't have an extensive aviation building industry. They could have. They have some great natural names that they could have used for aircraft. If Australia had their own kind of de Havilland business building airliners, oh boy, they'd have a field day naming their aircraft. I mean, they could have an aircraft called the Platypus, the Wombat, many others. The Wombat. Yeah. Or how about the Bin Chicken? Yeah, it's a Bin Chicken 109. Okay, our Boeing is rolling. Max is rolling for Santa Ana. SNA. Oh, we've got a swoop. Nice. Very nice stuff. I wonder how full they are to Santa Ana this morning. We'll be able to determine based on their rotation point. Looks like they've probably got a good load, right? I don't think that's an empty plane. Okay. Let's get back down to terra firma and get ourselves down to the business end of the runway because we've got swoop action. Is there something else? Yeah, okay. First of all, we got another WestJet 37 heading to Atlanta. Atlanta Hartsfield. There they go. That swoop in the background is going to swoop in there, right behind. She's definitely at speed. love the vortices coming in off the engine, tops of the engine pylons there over the wing. Okay, nice. Beauty. Beauty, beauty. Okay, next on deck. Next on deck is our swoop, which swooped in right behind its brother. Went to Atlanta. So where's Swoop heading to this morning? Swoop is heading to the PEG. They're heading to the PEG, Winnipeg. And this is a 737 MAX, flight 448. And look at that, not much of a delay there, not much of a separation between the two aircraft. And look at Swoop, looking good. Wow. Yeah, it's really, I like the Swoops. There's not too many of them still around. Most of the, of course, Swoops are painted into the WestJet livery. They are one in the same company today. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That is very nice. 2.5 hour flying time to Winnipeg. Oh yes, isn't that so beautiful? I like it when you see the tops of the wing surfaces on the takeoff, and you can see the passenger escape markings on the tops of the wings. It's just a nice view. Nice view. When they're doing their runway 26 departures from this location, you don't, for whatever reason, I guess it's, well, where we're situated on the runway relative to their point of rotation, you don't quite get to see them. So, I mean, it's okay, but of course, this is something special. They're dragging a WestJet 37 to, I guess, maybe the U.S. side. What else can I tell you guys? This is quite neat. Very, very neat this morning because it's maybe half a dozen times in my entire life that I've actually seen north side rotations with a runway 08 situation. Hello. Hi, Yosef. Hello, Yosef. Sahaba. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your last name, but welcome to the show, Yosef. Thank you so much for being here, hanging out with us. And look at that. Let's have a look. I want to have a look at the flight radar. I want to see what's coming out right now. Well, you know what? I think right now I can very quickly, just because we've got a few seconds here, I want to formally say hello. I'll just turn the rate. Give me a second, folks. I just want to do the formal welcome to the show, if you will. Hello, everybody. What time is it? It is, it's about 9:45 Pacific time here in Vancouver. My name is Henry Tenby. It's a beautiful, beautiful, albeit cool Thursday morning here at Vancouver International Airport. We're at our usual north side location, but it's really quite a special day. In the back of my mind, it was planned to head to the float base. And when I checked the radar situation and just kind of what was going on at the airport this morning, I saw that they were actually doing 08 departures. So I thought, no, this is something special. We don't see it very often. Let's go out to the airport and do a live show because of that. So the float base will always be pretty much unchanged, but this, having the departures on this side, heading in that direction, it's rare. It's really rare. And it gives us the opportunity to see the tops of the wings when they rotate. So for whatever reason, we don't get to see it when they're on runway 26, but we get to see it on runway 08. So it's just something super special. I wanted to do that. Our shows are about 3 hours, so we're going to be here until about lunchtime, about 12 noon Pacific time. We will have our usual heavies. We've got right now 2 heavies right here parked on the north side. We've got Zip Air, which is going to be heading to Narita Airport, Japan. So that'll be a very nice rotation for us. That's probably going to go within, I think, about an hour. We've also got Air India's 777, which is sitting here at gate 66. So we, for sure, oh, and we've got another Air Canada Dreamliner. Yeah, it's a Dreamliner. So we've got 3 heavies sitting right here that are going to go during our show. So at the minimum, of course, then we've got, I'm sure we're going to have another Montreal, at least another couple Toronto heavies as well. So I'm guessing we probably have in the region of half a dozen heavies that'll go right here for us on the show today. Temperature here in the field is 11 degrees as I drove in. So I've got my layers on, of course. It's not warm, but it's not cold either. But certainly it's not shivering, not that kind of situation. But we do have high UV. On the radio this morning, they said although it's cool, we still have a ultraviolet index situation. So I've got my ball cap on. Also, I've got my umbrella set up on top of the tripod. So this makes it easier for me to run the camera and be able to see what I'm doing through the camera. So we may have some Mary Poppins effect, I call it, with the wind, moving the camera around. We've got a WestJet 37 that's just making its way, trundling down to the end of the runway. I hope everybody's had a really good week. I have. The weather here in Vancouver has been not too bad at all. And I'm just trying to think of any aviation news. No major aviation news, but we'll see what I can come up with. But let me get myself right back behind the camera, and let me just zoom in right now onto this WestJet. I'll just turn the radio back on because I killed the radio. How's everybody doing? Hello, Lee Davies. Python. I just had a quick glance down, and I saw that Python is in the house. Our resident Seattle-based enthusiast. Nice to see you here, Python. Hope you're enjoying the action this morning. Okay. Nice. I'm going to quickly glance to see if I can figure out where this is headed to. Palm Springs, PSP. And look at that, not much of a delay there on the roll at all. They just taxied into the position, and then they hit those throttles forward. So, look at this, nice build-up of airspeed. Wow. Hang on. Wow. By the way, Airliners Live has gifted 5 JetFlix memberships. Thank you very, very much. That is very, very generous. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. And my goodness, those are being snapped up fast. Well, thank you very, very much, Airliners Live. I appreciate that very kind donation. And just give me a second, guys, because I just want to read out who are the people that picked those up. Just give us a second here. I'm going to finish the climb out. Hang on a second. We're going to bring the camera back down to terra firma. I'll just point the camera over at. Stand by 1 second. We're going to point at the zip. I'll lock that on because I've got some movement here. Okay, congratulations to Paresh, Mixter A350, Alexander Helmuth, and Allison Costa. Dean, wow. Guys, thank you very much. That is awesome, and thank you so much for the donation, Airliners Live, and thank you so much for Dean, Allison, Alexander, and Mixter and Paresh for being here to picking up those donations. As you guys know, with the whenever a donation is made, you guys have now access to the premium content here on the channel, and there's quite a bit of it. So I've been filming airliners and classic aviation for, decades. So the JetFlix channel is a streaming platform. It's called www.jetflix.tv, and we've been uploading here on YouTube for at least 15 years. You can see a lot of our premium content right here on YouTube. So that is a great opportunity for you to have a look at what we're doing. One of our more recent premium content uploads was the Air Canada second part of the 1960s, the TV commercials. So those are really fun to check out, and hope you'll enjoy watching them. Again, with compliments of the supporters, the people that made the donations. So would like to thank our donators today for making those donations. That is awesome, and it is massively appreciated. So we got a WestJet here, taxiing. Give me 1 second. Where's our WestJet heading to? Las Vegas. This is heading to Vegas. It's WestJet 1788. And they're going to have about a 2.5 hour flight. I know this has a Delta Airlines code share on it, twice a day. So if you want to fly to Vegas on WestJet, that's awesome. Of course, you can also fly in Air Canada, but if you happen to be in the WestJet camp, that's all good. You've got two opportunities. You can go now. What time is it? 9:53, or you can go this afternoon. So WestJet also has, I believe it's around 5 o'clock departure as well. So good service between Vancouver and Vegas. Sorry, I haven't looked down in the chat, guys. I'm going to get back there in just a second. We got a Q400 rolling, and hope you're enjoying the show with this unusual north side takeoff, runway 08 situation we've got going on here. Oh, that's cool. Pounce on it. Nice. Okay, where am I? Let me get my bearings here, and as I say, I want to glance down in the chat. I don't want you guys to think I'm neglecting you guys. Just bear with me. As soon as I can, I'm gonna, let's have a look. Yeah, Python, Mixter, Paresh. So yeah, Paresh is a local boy here, longtime aviation enthusiast here in Vancouver. Paresh organizes the Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show. It's a fantastic event. I can't wait for this year's show. It's going to be, I think it's the first or second week of October. But you can check it out. You can Google it. Paresh, if you're listening right now, please feel free to post the link into the chat for the show so people can see the details on the show. My plan is to be there. I'm going to have my series of tables like I had last year, so that's always good fun. The show. So yeah, again, Paresh, if you are listening, feel free to post the link to the web page that you have that promotes the Vancouver Aviation Collectibles Fair. Okay, WestJet turning on to the active. Palm Springs, California. Here we come, I think. No, sorry, this is Vegas. My apologies. I'm getting my U.S. destinations. This is Vegas. That's right. It's our Vegas. Not much of a delay there. Not much of a delay on the roll at all. By the way, our battery's at 61%. I'm keeping an eye on the battery level. Nice. I like that view. I do like that. The heavies, of course, are super special here on this side. Very special. In the cloud there. Okay, let me put the camera onto our zip and I can have a look at the chat and see how you guys are doing. Let's just lock it on. Oh, look at this. They're getting. I think they're getting ready to push. Okay, how's everybody doing? Where are we at? Hello, Blick. Blick Fang. Nice to see you here, Blick. Yes. Hope your morning school is going well. Python. Okay, the show, our Vancouver Aviation Collectible Show, takes place on October the 26th. Thank you, Paresh, for the heads up on that. It's at the Sandman Resort and Spa, the Sandman Hotel, which is not far from where I'm standing right now, actually. Nice hotel. It's accessed via the freeway, and it's about 10 minutes by car from where I am. Rob says, what's my location? My location, Rob, is I'm standing in a field on the north side of the runway. That is my location. I'm at the halfway point on the north side. So that is where I'm standing. Look at this. These are rare. These are rare. Rouge. The Rouge is in the house. Rouge is in the house. That is nice. Rouge. Wow. Wonder where the Rouge is going. Wonder where the Rouge is going. I'm trying to figure this out. This is heading. It showed they've got the wrong information on the flight radar. This is going to Edmonton as Air Canada 236. My radar shows this as being the Pierre Poilievre airplane, but clearly it's not. Clearly it's not. It's maybe a different. I don't know. They got their photos mixed up. Whatever. This, as you can see with your own eyes, this is just painted in the normal Rouge colors. So A319. There's not many of these around, I don't think. Heading to Yeg as Air Canada Flight 236. Yeah, Air Canada's been phasing these aircraft out. But nice to see it. We're always happy to have Rouge airplanes on our show. It's interesting that it shows as the Poilievre airplane on my radar app. So it's all good. It's all good in the hood. No problem. It's a little bit cool. I'm glad I've got my layers on this morning. Glad I'm layered up. You'd think it'd be warmer, but it isn't. Look at the beautiful backdrop there. You can just kind of see the water as well. That's Vancouver Island. That is looking so nice. And again, you can see the tops of the mountains, the crests still have a little bit of snow left.
509, contact northbound 12715.
So nice. So you're watching YVR live. This is on the JetFlix channel. My name is Henry Tenby. Yeah, departure. Contact departure in the air. They're cleared for takeoff. That was the read back that we just heard. I'll film this because I don't... That little beep you heard was me turning on the video camera aspect of the camera here. So I don't know when I might not, you just never know, right? These are going quickly, I think. So you never know when you might not see. This might be the last one you see. You never know. Rouge turning on to the active. Looking good. Okay. They're cleared. They are cleared. Not much of a delay there. Buzzsaw. My battery has just collapsed, folks. So, yeah. It does happen, so not to worry. We'll get another nice airplane. We'll get another nice airplane. So just had to get that battery change done fast. So sorry about that. I'm sorry about that, guys. But anyhow, we now have Air North. We now have Air North. So that's okay. We're back. We're back. That was just a fast battery collapse. It went from 30 or 40% right down to 0. Like bang. Maybe I should get rid of that battery. Actually, I think I will. I think I'll ditch that battery so we don't have to deal with that again, because that's just too extreme. So anyhow, we've got Air North now taxiing onto the active, heading over. I think this is the Kelowna flight. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's heading to Kelowna. It's flight 509. So we're back. This battery I'm ditching. We're saying bye-bye to it. Yeah. We're saying bye. Anyhow, we are back. Thank you, Noise Bloom, telling us. Well,
Hotel Mike 10 West at 708.
all cords are good. Okay. I had some reports that we had some connectivity. Let me just check everything. I'm just double checking everything, but our cords are good, and we're at about 6,000 kilobits per second. So hopefully the signal interruption that we might be having will be temporary, I hope. So everything on my side seems to be okay, just to let you guys know. So okay, yeah, the wind picked up. The wind kind of picked up. Let's just point our camera over at our Zip, I'm calling them Jazz. I think they're getting ready to push. They're taking the baggage things away. I'll just lock the camera on that. Can have a look at the chat. Yeah, glitchy. Okay. YXX says Air Canada stopped their Rouge flights to Abbotsford. Lee Davies says north side is like Manchester, south side. Yeah. Hello, Paulo. Welcome to the show. And Glenn, did I welcome you? If not, welcome to the show as well. And we've got a WestJet taxing. It's going to Toronto. 708 is the flight number. So
708 Tower, on contact departure from Mike 10, clear takeoff runway 08 left. Departure airborne, clear takeoff 8 left, WestJet 708.
there you go. WestJet 708 is cleared for takeoff. So we're going to just bring our camera around to the WestJet 708. I think he's just about ready. Yeah, there he is. Just about ready to turn on to the active. We've got a little bit of heat building. It's not too bad, but there's a little bit of heat distortion there on the full zoom down to the button. But I think we can live with it. We can live with it. We have to live with it. We don't have much of a choice, do we? And no delay on the roll either. There goes the Mary Pop. I've got a Mary Poppins effect going on with my umbrella, so I do apologize for a little bit of shake here on the tripod. It just is what it is. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take my umbrella off the. Just going to take my umbrella off my tripod because it's giving us a lot. It's throwing a lot of turbulence onto the screen. So I'll just give me a second here, folks, while I get that off. It's too much wind for the umbrella, and I'll just have to do the best I can with the glare looking into the sun. So that's it. Just do the best I can. No worries. There we go. Back to our zip, which I think might be getting ready to push in a bit. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Okay. Wow, Lee Davies. I'm gathering that Lee Davies is going to be celebrating a birthday, his 47th birthday, tomorrow. So happy pre-birthday, Lee. Thank you for hanging out with us on your pre-birthday. And heavy. I think this just arrived on the south side, and it's gonna. Well, we'll watch it obviously. And while we're doing that, I can level my tripod a little bit. It's just a tad off. Just a tad off. I think that's a bit better. That's a bit better. Happens, right? Because when I get the Mary Poppins thing happening, Lee says 48th, but I'll take 47. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So happy 48th birthday then tomorrow. That's terrific, Lee. I hope you'll have a very good day. And yeah, this aircraft's pulling into the Horseshoe. It has just arrived from Narita. That's our Narita inbound. Yeah. They're making their way nicely to the Horseshoe. And let's just gently. So there's Air India right there. They've still got some ground equipment. They're loading LD containers into the pit. So they've still got some cargo operations to contend with before they're ready to push. So maybe a bit of time left on the Air India. But over at Japan, there's an Air Canada 68. And we've got Zip sitting at gate 69. So, as I said, we're going to have some good heavies. We're going to have some good heavies.
Vancouver clearance delivery. And clear. You cleared Winnipeg Airport. Fly Vancouver 2 departure. Departing runway 08 left. Flight plan route. Departure frequency 132.3. Squawk 7027.
So hit contact departure at 132.3 on the climb. So that's clear. Yeah, it's a nice livery, Zip. It's an old livery, right? Cheat line. It's, you know, in the old days, back in the 1980s, 70s, they used to paint aircraft with cheat lines, which is the line that goes along the windows. And they did it here. Yeah.
Airport ground, taxi by Victor Mike 10. Victor Mike and Mike 10, Porter 304.
Porter. Okay, we've got an aircraft coming out of the Horseshoe. This aircraft right here, and it is heading to Toronto. It's the Air Canada 108 service. It's an A321. GIUB is the Reggie. So, got a departure coming. Zip is cleared to push. Zip requested permission to push, and they've been given permission. And they've got their beacon on, so they mean business. Zip means business. I heard the call, and it was granted. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Come on, Zip.
Should be giving way to a quarter ember that's northbound on Victor behind them. Continue Mike 10.
I'm just looking at my camera here, waiting to see movement on the Zip. I think I can see there's a tug. There's a tug attached, and I think they've got the beacon on, the tug on as well. So I think it's imminent that this airplane, yes, it is moving. The journey to Japan has started. I'm very excited for these guys. They're going to Japan. Yeah, it has started. The pushback has commenced. Ah, Venkman, thank you so much, Venkman. Venkman has very kindly donated one JetFlix gift membership for access to our premium content, and I'd like to congratulate Alex Summerfield for picking that up. Thank you so much, Venkman7, for your support. It's hugely appreciated, and thank you so much to Alex for being here watching the show. And after the show, please do enjoy our premium content. As I say, you'll want to watch our Air Canada 1960s premium content, the commercials from the 1960s. It's a great watch. It's quite funny, actually.
Order 304, short of Mike 10, we are ready. Order 304, tower airborne contact, departure from Mike 10, clear takeoff, runway 08 left. Mike 10, clear to takeoff, 08 left, departure in the air, order 304.
There we go. They're going to disconnect Porter shortly, disconnect Zip. We've got a couple of airplanes that are now trundling along, making their way down to the button. We've got the A321 Air Canada heading to Toronto, and we got the Porter heading to Toronto as well. So we got a couple of departures that are imminent. I'll bring the camera around to the business end of the runway here in just a second. So I think we're going to go get Porter right now. Let's get it. Porter is right there. Turning on to the active. Yeah, we've got a good strong wind, so I really did have to take the umbrella down. Nice. Yeah, two airplanes back to back heading to Toronto, Air Canada and Porter. We do have a choice. I'll zoom in, I'll pounce. Okay, that was a good one. Let's go back to Air Canada, also heading to Toronto.
Canada 108 tower, airborne contact, departure from Mike 10, clear takeoff, runway 08 left. departure aboard. Mike 10, clear takeoff, right left, or kind of west right.
Good read back. Contact departure airborne. Yes. Yes, Godspeed Porter. We have Avs 47 is joining us from Munich. I'm so glad you're here to join us. It's always nice to have our German serious diehard aviation spotters on our show. So here we have it. Heading to Toronto. For those of you that are joining us, the mountains that you can see in the background are Vancouver Island, the expanse of Vancouver Island across the water. That's what that is. Okay. Even the birds are enjoying the show. Okay, back to Zip. Look how quick they disconnected from the tug, and they're already taxiing. So efficient, very Japanese, right? If it's an efficient operation, it's a Japanese operation. Very, very quick, to the point, no messing, no fussing about. They're on their way. Zip Air with a cheat line. You know, you can actually get a pretty good deal. If you want to fly business class, lay flat seat from Vancouver to Tokyo, Zip Air, it's a good deal. I think you can go for under 2,000 Canadian. One way, which is, you know, for in this day and age, that's a pretty good price for lay flat business class. Oh, we've got a lander on the other side there. United. Nice. Nice. Those are Zip Zap Air. Look at the tail detail there. We'll follow them out. As I say, I think all the heavies on the north side gates here, you know, between 67 and 70, will depart for our show, during our show today.
317 to speed restriction is canceled. Airborne contact departure from Mike 10, clear takeoff runway 08 left.
I will glance down at the chat here in just a sec. So I'm just right now keeping my eyes on holding the zip and frame for you guys. We've got a Q400 also. That's down at the business end of the runway. Can you hear the birds chirping away nicely? Okay, let's go get the Q400. Right there. So where's this airplane going? Let's just have a gander at the app. Yeah, it's going to Comox YQQ as flight 317. And they're going right away too.
Aircraft 210 ground, push back your discretion. Tail south
Okay. Back to our Japan Dreamliner. There it is.
151 ground. Traffic pushing at 43. Push back your discretion. Tail south.
I've got a lot of birds around me, chirping away to beat the band. Look at the windsock. Look at the windsock. Yeah, we've definitely got strong wind here. So, as I say, I don't think they're going to change the runway here. Not soon. I mean, the wind can change quickly as well, but look at the bird. He's just hanging there. He's just hanging. Okay. Zip cleared for takeoff. Zip Zap. Zap Air. Frank Zappa Air. Henry Poppins. Yeah, that's it. Blick Plang's getting hungry. Yeah. Yep, Henry Poppins. That's a good one. Okay. Here we go. I think we're it's showtime. Hold on to your hats. Zip is zapping. Now we've got the pink one in the background there. Swoop, zip, zap. That's something nice. That's looking good to my eyes, actually. It's looking quite nice. Nice rotation. And in about 8 hours, they're going to be arriving at Narita Airport, those lucky devils. One of my favorite countries in the world, Japan. Fabulous sushi. I love my sushi. Oh my goodness. Do they have good sushi there? Oh boy. Love Japan. Great plane spotting. That's the United that landed earlier. And let's go back to business end of runway. Our swoop is about ready to roll. And swoop is, or WestJet, they're heading to YEG, Edmonton International Airport. Flight number is 162. 10 out of 10 for the Zip Air, yes. A round of applause.
162 Tower Airport, contact departure for Mike 10 for takeoff runway 08 now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Bit of a garbled read back, but that's okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. No worries. No worries. Swoop is rolling for YEG. I wonder if they have swoop safety cards on the airplane, or are they all WestJet? It's a good question. In 1 hour, they will be in YEG. Yes, they will. They'll be arriving in a cornfield or a farmer's field. That's what Edmonton Airport is like. If you've ever been to Edmonton, the International Airport is situated right out in the middle of the country. So it's like landing in a farmer's field. short Dreamliner.
343, ground contact northbound 12715. 715 left,
Okay. Another WestJet coming out, looking very nice. Looking really nice.
Thank you, ramp. Let's go 343 on hotel, hold short. Let's go 343 ground, taxi, Victor, hold short on Mike. Victor, hold short, Mike, let's go 343.
Okay. This is, where's this aircraft going to? Let's see if we can figure that out. Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. PVR, Puerto Vallarta. And, it's a nice place to be going to. Party flight, I guess. Canadian partiers, sun seekers. Yeah. You know, isn't it interesting that it's I don't know how long, I think it's been what, a couple years at least since WestJet got rid of the swoop branding or division. It was kind of their low-cost division, but they still have some of the airplanes still around in the full swoop colors. That noise you're hearing, by the way, the chirp, it's the rotating beacon that's in that golf ball. So that's what we're getting. We get electrical interference from that. So that, if you're wondering what the noise is, that's what it is. It's just part of the furniture here out at the airport at this location. So. Yeah, one F Geek girl says, nice to go to PVR. 6 passengers on the way back. Yeah, they've got alcohol poisoning. They drank like fishes while they were down there. They just got absolutely blitzed, and they probably didn't even sleep the night before, so they're sick as dogs. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea, but you know, to each his own. I just prefer a more calm and relaxed cabin myself. Yeah. The drinking until you're blitzed, that's just, you know, that's what it's about, you know, for a lot of these party destinations. Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, I guess. I don't think Cabo is like that. I think that's more of a refined crowd for Cabo, not the young and dumb drinking and partying crowd. Okay, they're rolling. Airspeed's building. Rotate. Gear up and nice climb out. Wishing them a bon voyage. Okay, let's get the camera back in place. Okay. Movements happening back to back here. We got a A320. A320 is going to Calgary. It's the flight 210, Air Canada flight 210 to Calgary.
Take off, runway 08 left, departure airborne. Air Canada 210.
That's him. That a him. Nice read back and showtime. Okay, here we go. They're rolling without much of a delay, which is great. Oh, isn't that neat? Look at that early rotation. That is so cool. Very neat to see. Obviously not a full flight. Not a full flight, which is okay. Not all flights can have 100% load factors. Okay. Time for the CRJ. You got a CRJ down at the button. That's it. Let's figure out where the CRJ is going. CRJ is going to Victoria? Yeah. My goodness. I'll eat my shorts because that's kind of a nice flight. A CRJ from Vancouver to Victoria? I like that. I like that a lot. That would be a very nice way to fly to Victoria on a CRJ. I'd be up for that. Definitely. Thank you, Venkman. Yeah, we've had some nice liftoffs today, and that's why I'm here and not at the float base, because I just wanted to soak up this action for us. No delays. They're rolling thunder. They are rolling thunder. Zoom back a bit here. Somebody's cleared right away. Oh, it's a little propeller plane. It's a little prop job. If I can find it. There it is. It's a Beech 1900D. Up and away. It's a bird, it's a plane. It's a Beech 1900D. And the battery is sitting at 64%, just to let you guys know that I'm watching it like a fiend. LAX is 554 flight number. Max service to LAX. Hello, Becky Davies. Okay, showtime. It's showtime. To quote Jim Carrey. I think that was from the movie The Mask, which is quite funny. I like Jim Carrey movies. It's of course one of his all-time classics, Dumb and Dumber. A lot of laughs in that movie. Yeah, that was a very funny movie. Of course, the Jeff Daniels toilet scene is a classic, iconic, funny scene. Oh, those guys were just off their rocker. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's get going.
Wind 12010, from my 10, clear for takeoff, runway 08 left.
Clear for takeoff, 8 left, departure airborne, Air Canada 554.
Good. They are cleared for takeoff. The read back is there. It's all good. Okay. back. Zoom in for the rotation. Just like that. Magic too. Magic. Magic. Okay, we do have another small aircraft on the active right now. Looks like a BizJet, maybe. Let's zoom in and pound. Yeah, it's a BizJet. It's a Falcon 50 kind of machine. That's a Falcon 50. And Falcon 7X, actually, according to the radar app, but it's same configuration as a Falcon 50. It's a tri-jet BizJet built in France, I think yeah, Falcons are they're French. Dassault Aviation. I'm sure this will be a short takeoff roll. Not expecting a long takeoff roll. Yeah, exactly. Quite the leap up. Canadian Reggie. Okay, a little bit of BizJet action, never hurts. Battery's at 60%. We got 2 aircraft here coming down the alleyway. Not a bad way to fly, no. No, if you can afford it, go for it. If I had $100 million in the bank, I'd have a Boeing though, but that's okay. Different strokes for different folks. Oh, here we go. We have a dance of jetliners. A ballet, perhaps. We may get a ballet. Yeah. Follow the leader. Yeah, a nice bevy of jetliners. Beautiful. And then the number 3. Okay, we've got a lander on the other side. I'm just going to see if I can get an ident on it. It's a heavy. It's Air Canada Flight 303 coming in from Montreal. I'll put the camera up there in just a sec for the landing. We can watch it. 2 Dreamliners on landing. Thank you very much, Vankman. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, let's go get the Dreamliner. That's coming in nicely. Right there. Inbound from Montreal. Coming in with purpose. Nice. Southside landing. The birds are just having a grand old time. Listen to them. They're chirping like sons of guns. Having a fabulous time out here. Delta inbound. Have we got another Dreamliner on approach? It's Air Canada Flight 026 from Pudong Airport, Shanghai. And as soon as I have visual on it, I will point a lens at it for us. In the meantime, we'll just lock in on our Air India, see what's happening with them. Okay, I do see the Shanghai getting a bit closer. Good morning, Alex. I hope you're doing well, Alex. Thank you for stopping by to say hello. Nice to see you. Again, we're just waiting for this Dreamliner to get a little bit closer. The Air Canada 26. Okay. Just waiting. Another few seconds, and then we'll do a follow-in on our Shanghai Pudong service. Yes. Okay, let's bring the camera around to Shanghai, which is on approach. There it is. Long flight from Shanghai to Vancouver. 9 hours and 43 odd minutes. Nice. Beautiful. Smooth as silk. Well, that was nice. Doesn't get much nicer than that. Okay, let's have a look what's happening on our side of the field. Is this getting ready for push? Maybe. Very possible. It's a possibility. I wonder if these guys are the ones that just called for pushback. We're gonna see here in just a second. We're gonna see. Hello, Alex. Yes, I'm glad you're here. Appreciate your joining us. I think these guys are getting ready to push back, actually. So, and my battery is at 55%, so I am watching that fairly closely. Come on, Air Canada, you can do it. They're not pinging yet, I don't think. Yeah, they're not yet pinging. So, maybe they will shortly, though. I guess we're also looking for beacons. We're looking for beacons. And we're waiting for a call onto the radio. Yeah, they're at gate 7-1. Oh, do they have to do some... Or did this guy just arrive? No, I think this aircraft's going to push back. Let's see what he's doing.
In the 303, contact ground 127.15. 12715 and 303.
Oh, we'll just wait. We'll wait it out. Yes, 1.5 Geek Girl says they will. The Wing Walker is ready.
Juliet Bravo, gate 52.
Juliet Bravo 52 or Canada 303.
Okay. That's okay. We're just relaxed. We're chilled. We're relaxing. It is a lovely day out here, Alex. Thank you. It is cool, though. It is not a hot day. I have about 5 layers on, and I'm not even a hint of sweating. So, definitely not hot. Definitely not hot at all. I think it's maybe only 11 degrees Celsius. And with the wind, you know, it's definitely not hot. But I'm comfortable. I dressed accordingly. It would have been too much to be wearing shorts. I would have been cold. If I had shorts on, that would have been underdressing for the occasion, and I'd be chilled. 1.5 Geek Girl says, yeah, they need to move all the equipment away. So, a few more bits and pieces I guess they need to clear. I see a little truck driving around there. While we're waiting for that, we can watch this airplane. This is our, this is Montreal, Vancouver. That's pulling into the Horseshoe, actually. Nice way to fly from Montreal to Vancouver. I'd prefer to be on this for sure. Absolutely. Just more comfortable. So that's what I'm going to want. I want my comfort. Definitely. And is this Pudong? Yeah, this is Pudong. Yeah, this is Pudong.
Company will be entering at Juliet Alpha for gate 69, pushback 71, your discretion.
Our discretion referencing the traffic for 69 in Canada.
The battery's at 52%, so that's all good in the hood.
Company is pushing back to gate 71.
There we go. I haven't seen any, I don't know, oh, there we go. We have our beacons. It's beacon time. It's beacon time. I don't know if Kirsten is joining us. If she's in the chat, hi Kirsten. If she's not, that's okay. James says, yeah, chocks are pulled. She's going to push back. So, yes, Kirsten, I haven't seen any neat birds. I mean, I hear lots of neat birds, but I haven't seen any. So they're hanging out in the weeds. But if I see anything, of course, I'm going to let you know. Anything out of the ordinary. Come on, guys. Yeah, there they go. There they go. And I think they're pinging as well. This is going to Vancouver to Shanghai. Flight 20.
Jet68, continue hotel, short Victor. As you cross Lima, you can contact the ground 127.15.
I think 6-8. I think, yeah. Yeah. But next door gates, right? Next door. Next door. The Pants crowd. North dead zone strikes again. So we've got buffering, you guys are saying. I guess, what can I do about the buffering? It's just, that has to do with our, it's actually has to do with my cell phone network. So not everything I've got here is good, so I'm sorry about the buffering. They're gonna disconnect. Yeah, sorry about that. We're back. Okay, that's just what it is. All my cables are in tight. And actually, I've got strong, my unit, my live stream unit is at 6,000 kilobits per second. So it's, the buffering that you guys are getting has to do with our cellular network. So we're pushing to the cellular network strong, but what the network does with it is up to itself. So sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. And then I'll slowly move. I don't want to do it too quickly.
Canada 025 heavy ground, runway 08 left, altimeter 3034, taxi via Papa, Mike 10, contact tower 11955 when you're ready.
Papa, Mike 10, order 10.
Okay, that's a nice takeoff. Now we got a WestJet also down at the button, so I'll quickly bring the camera around. Right there. And this WestJet 37 is heading to Saskatoon. So we're waiting for a clearance.
Runway 08 left, altimeter 3034, taxi via Tango, Mike, we'll turn to Papa. 08 left, Tango, Mike, Papa, rise 2308. Jet 688 down, contact departure in the air from Mike 10.
That's it?
Runway 08 left.
Okay.
Runway 08 left from Mike 10, WestJet 688.
Cleared. He's cleared. There they go.
Heavy ground, taxi via Juliet, Charlie Gate 50.
Okay. My battery is at 40%, so I'm really watching it closely now. Yeah, I guess they're definitely not full to Saskatoon this morning.
2470 right.
'Cause that was a bit of an early rotation.
Started 2470 ground.
We had that, the nose gear was definitely like at 40 feet as it passed where we're standing. So, yeah, they were on the light side to Saskatoon, as to be expected. There's Shanghai taxiing right now. Yeah, bits and pieces happening, guys. Yeah, definitely Saskatoon has low cost of living. Paula, that's true. Same with Winnipeg. Winnipeg and Saskatoon and Regina would all have quite low cost of living. I mean, as does Calgary and Edmonton, right? They don't have provincial sales tax in the province of Alberta. So Alberta's lower cost of living, but Saskatoon as well. Province, appreciate your support and becoming a JetFlix premium member. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Mark. And again, when we're not doing our live stream, I do invite you to watch some of our premium content here on the channel. I hope you'll enjoy it. It's definitely classic airliner heavy. So yeah, vintage, you know, DC-8, 707s, Electras, HS-748, that kind of thing. So if you're a lover of classic airliners, you will enjoy our premium content. Definitely. So thank you so much again, Mark. Really appreciate it.
Canada 025 ground.
Our company is advising to the maintenance people work here.
33% on my battery, so I will change it pretty soon. Yeah.
Canada 025, how long do you think you're going to be?
At that point, unknown. They're hoping for less than 5 minutes.
Canada 025, roger. We're just going to runway change, actually.
Runway change.
So I'm going to bring you around.
Hear that?
And make the left turn on the hotel.
Runway change, guys. Yeah, this was... We got what we got. We got what we got. Runway change. Bugger nuts. Well... Now, the winds are actually out of the south towards the north, so I'm not sure that it makes much difference. We've got basically a 90-degree side wind right onto the sides of the airplanes, no matter what runway they're on. So, not sure why they're doing a runway change, but they are. Oh well. It is what it is. At least we're going to get this guy heading out on this side, I think. The battery's at 30% on my camera. Runway change. just okay. We had, what time is it now? It's 11 o'clock. We had around 2 hours of north side 08 departures.
Right, turn on to Juliet, Mike, and Mike 10.
So I wonder why he's waiting. I wonder what the deal is here with him. Air France is coming in soon. Thank you very much for that, Venkman. That's great. We always like having Air France. Yeah, he just stopped taxiing. This is the Shanghai Pudong flight that we're looking at in our center frame right now. Is he going to turn around? Don't know. Don't know. We're just kind of waiting to figure it out. Paula says I'm flying the Nest. %26 on the battery, and we're just kind of waiting here, biting our nails. We're just curious why this aircraft stopped taxiing.
Pushback 55, your discretion pursuit via Juliet Charlie, hold short of Juliet, for Charlie.
Well, oh boy. I can't imagine. I haven't heard anything on the radio. Well, the battery's at 24%. Obviously, if it gets much below 20, I will do the battery change. Just because.
Engine 2308, occupy the United Airbus off your left-hand side. Continue taxi via Mike and Mike 10.
Everything's kind of stopped.
Mike 10 has in 2308. Tower 902, proceed via Juliet Charlie, Juliet Q44.
Juliet Charlie, Juliet 44, 0902.
I'm looking around, trying to observe any sign of the runway change, but I don't see any evidence of it as of yet.
Left guard 528 trainer go.
Well, I don't know if you guys know anything more than me. Avs47 says, yeah, no redirecting of arrivals as of yet. Is there something on the runway? No. Nothing. There's no vehicle inspection going on right now of the runway. No animals. Just kind of sitting there.
Canada 025 go. Canada 025, I do have traffic taxiing behind you now, so I'll need you to make the left turn there onto Hotel. Taxi via Hotel Victor, hold short of Mike.
Okay, they're getting.
Victor, short of Mike there, Canada 025.
He's got a problem because they're getting him out of the way.
Taxi Echo. Runway 31. Run on Echo. Hold short runway 0 right.
Yeah, they're getting him out of the way for whatever reason. They've asked him to go off the traffic that's now coming out. We got United Airlines coming for departure, so there's something, I guess, to do with that with the Air Canada, that they just need him to get off the taxiway.
Let's try it again. So the reback is a little convoluted. Taxi Alpha. Also hold on for runway 31. Now right on Echo. Hold short runway 0 right.
1955, horizon 2308
So there. So he's getting out of the way. Here's the United. gonna watch it, I guess. Watch this unfold. So what's gonna happen to United? My battery's at 19%, so I think what we're gonna do is right now we're gonna do the battery change because I think we can do it in time for the United departure. So I'm gonna do a battery change now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm doing a battery change and I'll be back in just 1 second. We're back. We just did a battery change, so all the cables are in properly. We did our battery change, and yeah. So let me zoom in for this United Airlines right now. Right there. Right now, right here. Okay, glad I did the battery change. We got another one. We got another one. Right down there. Okay, Alaska. Turning on to the active. Heading to Seattle. Heading to Seattle. So we'll be patient here. Air France is landing. Okay, let me get Air France. Air France is landing from Paris. He's talking about getting his paperwork sorted out, the Air Canada 025, so they've got some kind of thing they're dealing with on board there. He said paperwork. Yeah, some paperwork issue on the Air Canada 025 to Shanghai. Don't know exactly what it is, but they have to deal with something over on the airplane. What's this aircraft? It's a Dreamliner. It's heading to. Well, this is it. This is the Shanghai again. This is our Air Canada 025. It's sitting right there. He did a full circle. He did a full circle. So, yeah. Well, we've got. He's sitting. We've got a Q400 here coming out. Is it departing or is it arriving? We'll find out where he turns to. It's departing. This is departing. And we got a WestJet departing as well. To Calgary. So we got a WestJet heading to Calgary. Right here. This is WestJet flight number 108 to Calgary. Turning on to the active. Right there. And there's not much of a delay there rolling either. Let's see how heavy this airplane is based on its rotation. Okay. In 1 hour, they'll be landing at Calgary Airport. Nice flight across the Rockies for them this morning. Great. Great. Okay, so back to our Air Canada Shanghai. They're still sitting there. They're still sitting there doing paperwork. Right there, so it did a full circle. And down at the button, we got an Air Canada Jazz heading to Kelowna, flight 272. So I'll point the camera to that as well pretty shortly. Hello, Peter, PDK, and Thomas. Welcome to the show. And S. Nautwa. Welcome to the show. Some new people, I think. I think you guys are new. So here's our Air Canada Jazz Kelowna flight turning onto the active. Q400 heading to Kelowna, BC. About a 45-minute flight in the Q400. Yeah, it'll be a nice takeoff. And they're rolling. Okay. Okay. Very nice. We got a BizJet, actually. Looks like another Falcon 50, maybe, kind of airplane. No, it's not. It's a twin jet, I think. Yeah. It's a twin jet taxiing. It is a Falcon 2000 according to the flight radar. It's a Falcon 2000 BizJet. And we've got actually Air France as well getting close. But maybe we'll do the Falcon jet first. Or Air France is going into the Horseshoe right away, so we'll kind of catch them later, I guess, if we're still here. But we've got this Falcon taxiing onto the active. Quite a bit of heat, though. Quite a bit of heat. Lee says I should build my own Falcon. Yes, if you can get a kit. If you can buy it in a kit form, yes. The cheapest option is to build your own. And it's rolling. Fast little airplane. Fast little jet. Okay.
Okay, do you know what gate you're returning to? 71. Hey, Aircam 025 Heavy Ground, taxi via Mike Papa to the apron. Mike Papa,
This is an arrival. But Air Canada's 025s. Oh, finally they're moving. Hip, 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 hooray. They are moving. Let's see if they can depart as planned. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. I wonder if they're going to go to the gate or they're going to go to the... Oh, yeah, they're heading towards the gate. Is what it looks like to me. It looks like they're not heading to the runway, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe they're gonna do some funky turns, and you just never know, right? I was hoping they were gonna head towards the runway. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. You know, you're on the flight, you're getting ready to go to Shanghai, and now, well, they're still on the ground. Maybe they're going to the gate. They may have to get a maintenance man or a maintenance person on board, do some checks. You never know. The only thing that's certain is uncertainty. We got a Max. The Max has to give way to the Heavy. So Max will give way to the Heavy, which is the Shanghai. So here it comes right now. Right frame, right frame, right of frame. There it is. I wonder if they're going to the gate. We'll follow them. Let's see what they're going to do. Or are they going to the other runway? Or maybe they're going to go to runway 26? Right. Let's see. Let's see what they have in mind for themselves. Interesting morning. Very interesting morning for sure. Okay, we're just going to follow them. What's happening? What's the state of play? What's going on here? Well, looks like they're going to make a turn in. Yeah, they're going back to the gate. Well, what can you do? Better safe, always better safe than sorry. They're heading to the gate, guys. Welcome, Kirsten. Pilot forgot his passport. Could be that. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe they'll check something at the gate and be on their way again. Who knows? Hopefully. We don't know what's going on. We just know that it returned to the gate. So that's all we really know right now is it's returning to the gate. Yeah. So we've got Vancouver flight to, we've got Hong Kong flight 7, which is pushing back right here. Yeah, so this is Hong Kong flight 7 that is pushed off the gate. So yeah, a lot of heavy stuff happening here. Yeah. Frankfurt is turning into a gate 67. So they're parking at 67. And so there you go. Air Canada has started their Vancouver Frankfurt service. That's a summertime operation. So it usually lasts until about October. Something like that. So yeah, Frankfurt has started. Yeah. Lots of neat little bits and pieces here happening. Yeah, well, so they're at the gate, and here's Hong Kong disconnecting right now. Air Canada flight number 7, famous 7. Did you know that it was CP flight 7? That was Hong Kong. CP Air, Canadian Pacific Airlines. They are the guys who own flight 7. And now that Air Canada owns CP, Canadian, of course they've just kept that flight designation. So that's the origins of CP7, or flight 7. It's kind of neat. Yay for Frankfurt. One half-geek girl will get to practice her Deutsch. Hopefully she'll get to operate some of those Frankfurt flights. She does like it, I understand. She enjoys going to Frankfurt, practicing the German, and yeah, nice passengers. Yes, I always like going to Germany because I'm always welcome in Germany as an aviation enthusiast. It's great. We've got a BizJet turning onto the active, a little BizJet. It's a Challenger 350 going to Kahului, Maui, operated by NetJets. Wow, so somebody chartered fly from here to Maui. Wow. They're flying to Maui. Next stop, Kahului, Maui. Nice way to fly to Maui. Very nice way to fly to Maui, absolutely. If you've got the budget, why not? I just heard on the radio this morning that Bill Gates plans to give away all of his billions, 99% of it, to his foundation. So I guess his children won't be too happy about it, but them are the breaks. I wonder if they have a conversation with their dad like, bloody hell, Dad, you're giving away 99% of your money? Well. He's got billions upon billions of dollars, so they said it was going to take until the year 2045, I think, for him to give away all his billions. Yeah. So here we have it. Air Canada Flight 7 taxiing for departure to Hong Kong. Cheaplock Airport. Not Kai Tak. Sadly, not Kai Tak. There's a movement in the background. I saw a tail moving.
Not sure
Oh, the sun is a little bit warmer now.
So 903, just hold on the gate.
Yeah.
Hold on the gate, so 903.
Well, so Kirsten knows breakfast words in German, and one Avgeek girl, yes, she's a German speaker. What are breakfast words in German? May I ask? Is that like toast, cereal, that kind of thing? Gouda.
Ground taxi, Juliet Alpha to the apron.
My German is very limited, unfortunately. To Schweinhund and Scheissenkönig. That's it. That's the extent of my German. Oh, and Welcomen. Yes. Yes, that's grade 10. If you're a grade 10 student and your friend takes German lessons, and that friend tells you a few words in German, those are the words. Schweinhund and Scheissenkönig. Well, I think we're still on runway 08, so they haven't pushed through that runway change as of yet. So I guess it's something they're thinking about, but it hasn't actually materialized, which is great. So we may get another heavy takeoff here, which will be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. It'll be great. The time is 11:31 Pacific time here in Vancouver, BC, Canada. You're watching JetFlix. This is the JetFlix channel. My name is Henry Tenby. Heinrich von Tenby. How's that? Yes. Oh, I do know one other German word, actually. For those of you that have been to Berlin or live in Berlin, you will know the German word that I know. I have to get the pronunciation right. Oh, give me a second. It's a very tough one. It's a. Give me a second here, guys. It's a no. How do I? You have to say it through the nose. It's a very nasal saying. Yeah, I have to work on it. It's tough. Oh, another German word, aviation related, is Hubschrauber. Hubschrauber. Do you guys know what a Hubschrauber is? I can't pronounce it very properly. Hubschrauber. It's a helicopter in German. Again, my pronunciation will be very bad. Well, the other one is Aviation. Yeah, it's very tough for me to say that. Aviation. Aviation. So, do you guys know what an aviation is? An aviation, it's the character on the crosswalk lights in Berlin. Is called an aviation. It's the man with the business hat, the top hat, and the jacket in the walking mode, and that shows that it's safe to cross the street. The green walking man. That's a throwback to East Germany, I believe. But yes, you still see them in Berlin at all the crosswalks, and that is it's a very Berlin thing. The anti-machine.
21774
Okay, airspeed's alive. Excellent. Hong Kong is rolling. Very nice stuff. Do this the best I can. Guess it's going to be heavy. Look at that dirt. Holy camole. What a dirt amount, what an amount of dirt on the runway they had there. That was something else. That was incredible. All that dust and dirt. Superb. Superb flying display for us guys. That was amazing. You can still see it, some of the dirt hanging around the runway there. That was incredible. That was incredible. Yeah, the heavies, you know, they rotate long down the runway and you get all that dirt being blown up. Super impressive. I liked it. Okay, we got a WestJet heading to San Francisco. 1774.
Contact departure from Mike 10. Clear takeoff runway 08 left. Mike 10. Clear takeoff runway 08 left. Departure airborne Westjet 1774.
Inframunchen. Okay, there are different designs of those actually. The normal ones are those, yeah, East Inframunchen. Yes, yeah, I can imagine there are different versions of the Inframunchen. Yeah, Hubschrauber. Thank you. I'm glad my pronunciation is not bad. I'll tell you how I learned the pronunciation of Hubschrauber. I was at the Berlin Isla Air Show in 2018 or 2019, and they had the helicopters flying, so I could the German language announcer, you know, he was saying Hubschrauber, so that's where I learned how to pronounce that. Same with Inframunchen. You know, local people told me how to pronounce it. It's a very nasal sound. But yeah, Berlin is a fascinating place. I love Berlin. I would like to go back. Would love to go back. It's just such a nice city to be in. What a nice city, Berlin. I like it a lot. So, SFO vibes. Yes, Thomas, indeed. What is this? Well, it's an airplane dummy, right? Yes. It's going to Ottawa. It's Air Canada 342 heading to Ottawa. Nice way to fly to Ottawa. Very nice way. I would much rather be on this airplane, you know, Dreamliner, than on a like an A320 going to Ottawa.
Check 2903, and if you can have your vehicle call me that's following you. Stand by.
Well, the wind picked up. The clouds have kind of gone away. My battery's at 58%. So, all good in the hood. But it's cool here. It's cool, so I'm glad I've got my layers for sure. Definitely glad I've got my layers. guys hear the birds chirping away? They're chirping nicely. Oh yeah, so the happened yet, which is wonderful. We've gotten a few extra heavy movements here, which is fantastic. Maybe, as I say, they were thinking of doing a runway change, but they didn't actually push the button because it doesn't make much difference for the reasons that I pointed out earlier. Maybe they came to the same conclusion I did. Korean coming in on the other side. That's our cargo, our regular cargo inbound from Guadalajara. I think we'll be able to get both of these movements actually.
Cat 306 heavy, ground runway 08 left, the altimeter is 3034, give way to the toe of the vehicle that's going northbound on Juliet, coming out of Juliet Charlie. Item taxi, Juliet Bravo, Juliet Mike 10.
Okay. There's the cargo machine. It's down. Okay, we got it. And then here is our Ottawa bound Dreamliner, and they've been cleared to taxi into position, and they're cleared for takeoff as well.
Canada 342, departure airborne.
Yeah, departure airborne. Departure airborne. Yeah, it was a nice KE. I like the old Korean colors too, Mark. It's a regular here. Okay, let's see if we get another vacuum cleaner effect at the end of the runway with all the dirt blowing up into the air. Hopefully we do, because that was impressive. That was impressive. Okay, here we go. They are rolling. Those engines are spooling up. Screaming for vengeance. Runway 08 left departure here at YVR. I'll zoom in tight. A bit of an early rotation. Let's see if we get a vacuum cleaner. No. It was a bit too, it wasn't long enough in the rotation for us to get the vacuum cleaner blow up on the runway, but it's still a nice takeoff for sure. Class, all class, beautiful. That was nice. Okay, we have another one coming maybe. So yeah, another heavy. This is, I think, Montreal taxiing out, if my memory serves correct. Yeah, it is. It's Air Canada 306 going to Montreal. So, who knows? Maybe this will take off a little bit longer down the runway. So, you never know. You just never know. Peace out, okay? Hello, Thomas. Where else are you guys? Oh, I'm too far down the chat. It moved quite a bit. Maybe my arm touched it. Okay, 787. Gibberish is a language, yes. Oh, you guys with your multiple languages. Yeah. In Canada here, when I was a kid back in the 70s, yeah, the language that I did have some formal instruction in was French. And I can ask a few questions here and there, but when the answer comes back in French, fast and furious, I'm lost at that point. So one of these days, yes, I'd like to improve my French, get it back to a conversational level, get it to a conversational level. That would be amazing. That would be really incredible to be able to do that. Battery's at 46%, so we're still okay on this battery. Nice way to fly to Montreal on an A330. Definitely a nice way to fly to Montreal. What time is it now? It's coming up on call it 12 noon, so 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's about a 7 p.m. arrival in Montreal on this aircraft by the time you do the math, add in your time zone. So that's what you're looking at. If you leave lunchtime in Vancouver, 4-hour flying time, 3-hour time zone change, it's essentially a 7 p.m. by the time you're getting off, walking down the jetway there in Montreal. That's a nice way to try to travel to Montreal. That's him.
Departure from Mike 10, clear takeoff, runway 08 left.
Canada 306 Heavy, clear takeoff 8 left, stop Mike 10, we'll contact departure. Have a good day.
That's it. He's cleared for takeoff. He is cleared for takeoff. He can just taxi onto the runway at his jurisprudence and be gone. So yeah, this is an A330. It's Air Canada Flight 306 heading from Vancouver to Montreal. So we're going to see where it rotates. Hopefully it'll be a long rotation. That'll be good. If it can get to the point where all that dirt is sitting at the end of the runway and the thrust of the engines blows that dirt up into the air. That was a sight to see. And maybe we get to see it again now. We'll see. You never know. So I'm recording it just in case. Buzzsaw. Also, too early a rotation for us. Yeah, that was so unique, seeing that dirt being blown up off the runway. We got to see it once, right? So that was good. That was good. Okay. That was neat. And look who's coming out. Or are they coming in? I think they're coming in. Yeah, JAL is coming in, not out. They're coming in. They've arrived from Narita Airport. Yeah. This is their arrival. See where they're going to go into. One of these gates here. JAL, nice to see. 47 says that A330 was almost 26 years old. It's incredible. I use Google Translate all the time, I have to say. Yeah, I'm a Google Translate addict, really. It's my go-to, right? So for those of you that don't use it, that's incredible. But yeah, I'm so glad we have Google Translate, because I mean, years ago I'd have just been getting a French-English dictionary and translating word for word. Ugh, agony. So gate 71 is where the JAL is pulling into. Yeah. We got American Airlines at the end of the runway here, turning onto the active. They're going to Dallas-Fort Worth. It is flight 1415, so we'll just bring the camera around. There it is. DFW. I can smell a bit of dust in the air. Maybe it is from those aircraft taking off and the dust particles coming here. Yeah, dust. Dust in the wind. My battery on my camera's at 37%, so just to let you guys know that I am watching it. Okay, and here's American rolling. Nice takeoff. Smooth as silk. Smooth as silk. Smooth as silk. Okay, give me a second here, guys. Watch the JAL arrival for a second. Paul Go says, any chance AC8269 was caught on today's live stream? I don't know it. If you can provide the details of where that flight took off, or was it a landing, and at what time, then we could perhaps, I can tell you, Paul Go. If it was a takeoff and it was after 9:15, we would have seen it here on the live stream. If it was a landing, probably not, because I've only been filming a few of the landings here. So that's something. Yeah, wish I could answer that for you. Hello, Amy. Thanks for joining us, Amy. And Venkman says we have the other Korean is several minutes out, 8 minutes out. So a few bits and pieces coming our way. Yeah, but yeah, regarding that Air Canada flight, if it was a lander, probably didn't see it. If it was a takeoff after 9:15, we would have probably seen it, because we filmed every single takeoff on this runway during our live stream, which started at about 10 after 9, quarter after 9, something like that. Something like that. So they're just doing the cargo unload. Passengers starting to come off that JAL flight. And we're waiting for Air India as well. Usually I don't know if they're delayed, because I think they are delayed because they usually leave before now. It's coming up on 12 noon and they're still at the gate, so I'm thinking they've definitely got a delay on the Air India. Hello, Hoş geldiniz to Anil Baki Durmuş. Hoş geldiniz. Welcome to the show. I came here with a Flair 737 MAX from Toronto last week. I'm very glad to hear, Anil, that you are here in Vancouver. I hope you have a very nice holiday. I hope the weather gets a little warmer for you as well. Oh, you're in Guadalajara. Okay. I get it. You're saying you're joining us from Guadalajara, Mexico. Wonderful. Terrific. Well, again, we're definitely wishing you a very nice holiday in Guadalajara, Anil. That's çok super, çok super. So we've got a flare heading out. There's a flare right there. Taxiing. Taxiing behind the F-28 glider that you can see there. Operated by Fire Training Aviation. Great name for an airline. So what else have we got happening here on the field? We got this 321 taxiing. The 321, let's have a look at our radar app, if we can figure this out. It's inbound from Toronto, actually. Yeah. There's another flare landing. Southside Johnny. Puff of smoke. And she's down.
3034. Taxi by Juliet, Charlie, Juliet, Mike, we'll try to fix it.
Wow. Nanda says, hello everyone. I'm flying today from Vancouver to Hong Kong. I'm literally sitting in front of the JAL aircraft at the Cathay Lounge. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. I remember you mentioned this flight, that you were doing the flight. I remember, that is super, super fantastic. You're watching from the incredible. YX says get the Air India departing. I will. I'll get the Air India departing if it does depart at 12:15 for sure. I will. But yeah, Nanda A. The fact that you're flying from Vancouver to Hong Kong and you're at the Cathay Lounge right now. Hang on. This is funny. Maybe, can we see you in the window? We're pointing the camera right now at Nanda. Maybe you can give us a big thumbs up. Yeah, that's funny. That you're right here at the airport watching us. That's incredible. That's funny. You opened up the YouTube as soon as you got to the lounge. That's great. is so awesome. Well, we're wishing you a fantastic holiday, a fantastic flight. Fantastic flight. Okay, let's go over to the button end of the runway. We got a flare turning onto the active shortly, heading to Calgary, Cowtown. Nanda says, I'm standing between Air Canada and JAL. You're standing between Air Canada and JAL. One more time. If you're standing... I wonder if we can actually see you. Nah, the camera doesn't have the resolution to pick that up. Even if I open it up, maybe. Yeah, just... I don't think... Can't quite pick it up, but this is where you're standing. So, anyhow, we're glad you're watching the show. Blue t-shirt by the window. That's funny. Can you imagine if we could actually see that? I mean, we're trying, of course, but... We're trying, but I think the airplane... We're blocked by airplanes, but... we tried. We tried. Okay, let's get our flare takeoff, guys. Let's get our flare. Let's get her. Flares turning on to the active. They're heading to Calgary. It's flare 816. And they are starting their roll. They are starting their roll. Looking good. Nice rotation with the flare. Really nice rotation. Okay. We got some airplanes piling up for us, which is excellent. Excellent stuff. That is great. A320. Where's the A320 going to? Yeah, we got several airplanes lined up. This is going to Edmonton. It's the Air Canada 238. Flare needs more birds flying. Yes, they do. Hello, David Underwood. Nice to see you, David. Okay. A320 about to perform a beautiful departure to Edmonton International Airport. Here on the YVR live show on the JetFlix channel. Let's get going, guys. Let's rock and roll. Next stop, Yeg. We've got some heat distortion, but we'll live with it. We'll live with it. We'll take it. Okay, let's go. Go, go, go. Rock and roll. The wind is strong. Woohoo! Good lord.
Jet 110 tower at Mike 10, line up and wait, runway 08 left.
There, I think it's moving. Yeah, it's moving now. It's moving. WestJet in the background. Okay, let's get down to the WestJet because they're gonna get that going underway quickly, I think. It's right there. I think this is, yeah, let's have a look. Calgary, WestJet 110. WestJet 110 to Calgary. Hello, Matt Healy. Welcome to the show, Matt Healy. Thanks for joining us. And there she goes. Starts the takeoff roll. Okay, we got a heavy. I'm going to get the heavy in camera very quickly. KLM landed on the other side. I just caught it. But we have this aircraft, so this is an Air Canada Dreamliner turning onto the active. Heading to Toronto. It's flight 110. I wonder how much of a delay we're going to have on the roll. No, not much. Not much, actually, because they are rolling right now. Yeah, they're rolling. We might get some dirt action. We might get some dirt. Might get some dirt. Not quite. Not quite. We tried. Okay, that was nice. It was nice. Okay, back to the button. CRJ. It's a CRJ. Regional jet. Canada Air. Heading down to Seattle. It's Air Canada Jazz Flight 800. Wow, yeah, 1.5 girl's never been on WestJet. We'll have to fix that one of these days. We'll have to fix that. We have on the far side Cathay Pacific landing inbound from Hong Kong. This is our flight that we've been waiting for.
Jazz 800 caution, turbulence 5, trail 3 left for contact, departure aboard wind 140 12. Clear takeoff runway 08. Clear takeoff very well for Jazz 800. Wish at 166 tower at Mike 10, line up runway 08 left. Line up 08 left, Mike 10, Mike 166. Anderson 237 ground, taxi Mike 10. Mike 10, Anderson 237 6.
That was great. That was great. And we've now got our CRJ Rolling Thunder. Neat. Cool. Very cool stuff. Okay. Eric, WestJet. Sorry, yeah, WestJet Max. Is it a Max? No, it's just a WestJet 37-800. Heading to Edmonton. Back-to-back action. Intense action here on the runway. The battery's at 20%, so we could have battery collapse very quick. Just so you guys know. I think they're rolling. I think they're rolling. Let's go. There they are. One after another. One after another. Okay. Battery's kind of hanging in there, so I'll just keep going here. As soon as I see signs of imminent battery collapse, I'll let you guys know. But our battery's at 19%, so after this aircraft, I will change the battery. This United. Heading to Houston. That's him.
Departure 1 Airborne, United 1528.
Okay, he's cleared. BizJet, Falcon 50. It's Falcon Day today. Falcon Day. Okay. So yeah, we've got another Falcon jet down at the button. Right there. That's a Falcon 50. Tri-jet. Yeah. Well, they call it a Falcon 900EX, but in my old school books, you know, oh, that's a Falcon 50. Okay. We don't know where it's going, but it's going. Here it goes. Okay. I think that's it. It's going. Should be an early rotation. That I'd love a flight on a Falcon 50. Canadian registered. Okay. So we've got a heavy. Look at the alleyway here. Alleyway's busy, isn't it? Cathay Pacific behind Korean. That's kind of neat. That's really neat. Good Asian traffic. Great Asian traffic. Hello, JG May. Nice to see you here, JG, joining us from YYG on the other side of Canada. Great to see you. JG May usually has a classic airline logo, a Canadian airline logo, in the as his icon, and the PW mustache and etc. So yeah, welcome JG May to the show. Nice to see you here. There's Cathay pulling into the horseshoe. So I'm going to do a battery change, I think, once, yeah, I think we should do it now, just so we can get this heavy. So let's do the battery change now. It just makes sense to do it. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Battery change, battery change. I'll be back in just a second, folks. Yeah, we did a battery change because I didn't want to risk. Losing this takeoff here. This one here. This is Air Canada Flight 025. Okay, finally, this is Air Canada 025 going to Pudong Airport, Shanghai. This is the aircraft that taxied down here, and then they went back to the gate, and here they are. So all is good in the hood. They're going. They're going. Excellent. It's great. This might be heavy. Let's see if we get the dirt. A little bit. Okay, nice takeoff. I'm glad they are now on their way to Pudong Airport, Shanghai. Nice stuff. Great. And look what we have here. Look what we have here. It's a C Series, Canadair C Series, A220 as they call it, Airbus 220. Nice, very nice airplane. Okay, down at the button. Down at the button, what have we got? Let's have a look at it. It looks like an Embraer to my eyes. It is. It's a Porter Flight 306 heading to Toronto. That's what it is, which is great. Nanda asks, what do we think about the Korean Airlines new livery? Which is better, old or new? I like the newer one better, to be honest. Yes. The old one I just got tired of. It's Pepsi logo. Yeah, I like newer. That's my vote. But there's a caveat. It does look like KLM. So there you go. Those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts, guys. Yeah, so this is Porter Airlines rolling for Toronto on runway 08 left here at Vancouver International. Pull back a little bit on the zoom. So it might rotate right in front of us. It might. Focus. We got it. We got it. It was a bit of a longer run than I thought, actually. I thought it was going to be shorter. But anyhow, not to worry. Back to our next movement. Back to our next movement. Right down here. It's the C Series. It's the Delta Airlines C Series. And the Delta Airlines C Series is heading to Minneapolis, St. Paul, MSP. Is it Wilt Chamberlain Field? Minneapolis, I think, maybe? There they go. The C Series is rolling. Rolling from Minneapolis, St. Paul. What's that, about a 3-hour flight from Vancouver, maybe? 2 hours and 40 minutes, something like that. Got a good strong outflow wind here at Vancouver. Good strong outflow for sure. Absolutely. Let's check the field. Let's check our field of vision. Our field of vision. So what's going on? Well, we've got Air India apparently coming out in about 10 minutes. Or they should have been out now. Looks like they're still doing quite a lot on the Air India. Maybe they will get going. Yes, Jamrack says the C Series should still be manufactured in Canada. We need a stronger aviation manufacturing industry more than ever now. Yes, we do. Absolutely. We should even be building our own military aircraft, in my opinion. Then we're dependent on nobody. That's my view. We had the military expertise to build a fabulous bomber back in the late 1950s, and we should strive for that again. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it takes obviously a long time to put that back in place. A long time. So, but yes, I agree. Canada should be a builder of quality airplanes like we were in decades past. Twin Otter, Dash 7. Dare I say the Avro jetliner? Yeah, Canada built a commercial jet airliner, the Avro jetliner. I think maybe about the same time as the de Havilland Comet. So we had great engineering capability in this country post World War II. But yeah, we gave it away. We gave it away, unfortunately. Very short-sighted. The Diefenbaker government really did not do a favor to our country for aviation, in my opinion. It's my opinion, of course. We still have free opinions in Canada, but that is my opinion. What a joke, right? We built the Avro airliner, then we scrapped them all. What was that guy smoking? Yeah. Yeah, I vote for the Avro Arrow 2. That's what they should call it. The Avro Arrow 2. A supersonic strategic bomber with stealth capability and the ability to... what else? I don't know. I'm not an expert in that field, but definitely we should get back into the business. For sure. Hello, Cindy and 34L. Nice to see you, Cindy. Howard Hughes stole the Avro jetliner for a while. Yeah, I think I heard that. He was flying it around Southern California, maybe. Something along those lines. Yeah, what interesting history, I should say. Interesting history. Thomas says the A220 that we saw was no older than 1 month old. That is amazing. Thank you for pointing that out, Thomas. That's really incredible. Thank you. But I do like the idea of the Avro Arrow 2. That would be a great project for sure. Well, I'm just looking at flight radar. It's kind of a little bit quiet. Just trying to see what's going on. We got a WestJet pushing back. Just wondering here. Just thinking. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I enjoyed it. I mean, having the runway departures, runway 08 left departures is something special. And I'm just glad we were here. What do you guys think? Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. Well, I mean, we can hang out a little bit longer. We can just kind of wait and see what we got happening. Maybe Air India we can give it maybe a little bit longer here, see if we get some more movements. I'm looking at the flight radar right now. I don't see Air India pinging, but I do see the WestJet heading to Palm Springs, flight 1726, which is now, we just heard it spool up. It's just right over here. So yeah, this is going to be our next movement. Palm Springs on the WestJet. Which is a nice, not a bad little movement for us. We can follow this aircraft out. Why not? Palm Springs, that's about a similar flying time as Vancouver, LA. LAX. It's about a 2.5 hour sector out of Vancouver. I've never been to Palm Springs. Would like to go one day. I like holidays where I put the feet up, relax, work on my books, right? You know, I do my book writing because I'm removed from the office environment. And Palm Springs might be a place to do that. So yeah, one day it'd be nice to go to the desert, Springs, check it out. Just have several days of relaxation. I wonder how full this flight is. We'll find out. We'll find out because the takeoff, the amount of runway that the airplane needs to get airborne gives us an inside understanding of how full the plane is. If the nose is already 40 feet in the air when it's a beam where I'm standing, we know it's empty. So yeah, Palm Springs.
Grounding at 7:33 at gate 73, ready to push with.
In terms of aviation news, I quickly saw in the news today that because of a very very recently announced free trade deal between the UK and America. British Airways announced that they would order a huge amount of Boeing airplanes. So tit for tat, right? You wash my hand, I wash your hand. It's all about doing deals. And yeah, so they got a free trade agreement and 10% on cars. So America will levy a 10% tariff on all cars from the UK. But how many cars does America import from the UK? Okay, Rolls Royces, Bentleys, Aston Martins, Jags. That's about it, right? What have I forgotten? Not much. So it's really the high-end cars, and the folks that can afford those cars, they can afford the 10% extra too. If you're going to drop $500,000 on a Rolls Royce, the extra 10% is just chump change, really. So I don't think that's going to affect the British car exports into America, and British Airways is going to order billions of dollars of Boeing jetliners. So that's it. That's the deal. It was announced today. So that's a kind of good aviation news, I would say. That's good news. Any aircraft order for any aircraft manufacturer is good news. Why? Because airlines are doing well, they're flying passengers, they're making money, and that just feeds the global economy. So that's good. There's this WestJet, what's happened to him? Come on, Flower, move out of our way. I'll just move the camera over here so that we don't have the camera being focused on the plant, on the foliage. So, come on, WestJet. Come on, WestJet. Let's taxi into the frame. They're right there. We're just wanting them to... There they go. Thank you. They were listening. They were listening. Great. WestJet. And behind the WestJet, we got another airplane coming out as well. We've got a Porter going to Ottawa, taxiing out right behind this one. So, yeah, we've got some back-to-back departures here. We're going to check Air India as well to see what's happening with them. There's WestJet turning onto the active. Excellent news. Next stop, Palm Springs, California. And she's rolling. She's rolling. Excellent. Quite a decent climb out. Porter. Let's go back and get the Porter right away. We don't want to miss it. And what about Air India? Where's Air India? Well, they still have quite a bit of car equipment there, I think. So I think they're on an extended delay basis this morning. Okay, there's Porter turning onto the active. Good timing on our part. Okay, depart departure. Contact departure airborne. Porter is just about ready to... There they go. There they go. Yes, indeed. I hear a chopper. I hear a chopper. I hear a hoopschrauber. I hear a hoopschrauber. For sure. Yeah. Can we see it? Can we see the hoopschrauber? No, I don't. It's somewhere buzzing above my head. But that's okay. That is okay. What can we say? What can we say? Well, okay, just organizing our stuff here. Okay. Well, guys, it's been a good run we've had today. I've enjoyed it immensely. We've been here for the last 3 hours. It's been a terrific live stream because we've had the north side departures on runway 08. Look, thanks for watching. I do want to tell you that we've published these JetFlix swag. These are baggage tags. CP Air 727, Air Canada Vanguard baggage tag. We've got a PW 707 baggage tag, and of course a Ward Air DC-10 baggage tag. You can get these baggage tags. They're available just underneath the video screen. You'll see our store and you can pick these up. You can buy one or you can buy the set of 4. They're really not expensive, but it's a great way to stand out at your airport when you're traveling. How many bags in the airport are going to have classic Canadian Airline baggage tags? Yours will be the only one. Great way to identify your bags at the airport. They're made of very durable plastic. They're indestructible. So consider supporting the channel by purchasing a set of our exclusive limited edition baggage tags. Thank you for watching. I want to thank everybody for supporting the channel, and I want to thank those of you that made donations today. Thank you so very much for your support. It's very much appreciated. Congratulations to those of you that picked up those free, well, you won them. They were prizes. They were donations, the premium memberships. Thanks for being here watching the show. We'll look forward to seeing everybody next week. Have a good week. Pick up your JetFlix baggage tags. Thanks again, everybody. All the best.